Hello friends and welcome back to the channel for war number 11 of season 44. Today we're taking on For Loki. So this was during Vancouver. I actually did these fights in my Airbnb before I headed out to the bar for that night. And this was a really rough war because both of these alliances very much needed a win to keep their masters' hopes alive. And I've talked about it before on the channel, but very friendly with most of the folks in For Loki, and a lot of them were there at the Battle Round Brawl with me, and actually watched and cheered on Andy as he beat my Photon boss from a picnic table outside, so that was cool. Speaking of Andy, here's his Lady Deathstrike. We're up on Path 4, Node 22, with steady build-up Unblockable and Special Burst Lockdown. So every time she uses a special attack, she's going to give us a heal block. She's also going to ramp us because there's an armor break component to that node as well, and we are of course immune to it. We're also going to be intercepting quite a bit here. We want to keep those nanobot regenerator stacks. That's that red gear icon. We want to keep those at 5 if we can to get max damage on the special. So right there, I was I guess my combo was too slow, and she parried in the middle of it and then nailed me with a special 1. So we've got a bunch of debuffs on ourselves now, and she is passively unblockable. And just kind of like the way that the fight is going, the rhythm of it, we're going to be, I think she's unblockable for the rest of the fight here. So just trying to, as long as she stays aggressive and is throwing the specials, allowing us to counter them, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I think the next mistake I make here, I'm not really sure if there's any way to avoid it, is I use a special attack and she triggers the unstoppable, but she doesn't punish me. But then I, for some reason, have my block down and take a combo there. So Lady Deathstrike giveth and Lady Deathstrike taketh away here. So, yeah. So again, a bit of a slower fight. I need to keep using my specials because I need to keep refining my form and make sure that I stay in Uru for that physical resistance. So, that took about a minute and a half, but otherwise, not too bad. Just a few mistakes on my part. All right, next up we have a Node 31 Rank 2 Null, also from Andy, as it happens. So unduped null here I think is a bit easier than a duped null because you don't have to worry about the living abyss debuffs on you at the start of the fight. So you do have a little bit of wiggle room before null goes completely unblockable. So the heal block here is permanent, so once he goes unblockable again, the unblockable doesn't go away. So I can safely push him to his special 2 here, which is what I want to do. And then he throws it right away. He's ramping us with all those armor breaks, so you see we're already at max, whatever those called, morph charges I think. Going to go into the striker here and then heavy counter into the special 1 for the massive crits, and you can see how much damage that did, just a disgusting amount of damage here. And then he tosses the special 2 right away, and then one more combo with an intercept, and down he goes. So yeah, way easier than a duped null. Alright, here we go. Last fight of the war for me is a Photon on Stunning Reflection. Going to go in here with Scorpion. This is probably not an assignment that I expected, but it actually works well. So Scorpion can block unblockable special attacks with a taunt active, so we're going to be sticking to the special 1 in this fight the whole way. So I made a mistake there at the start of the fight there. I didn't dex in time from the heavy, and I do make a couple more mistakes with the special 1 here, as you're going to see. So she's like throwing them right away, which I didn't really expect her to do. So like a couple times, or at least once, I'm finishing my combo when she has a bar of power, and instead of doing that, what I should have done is do like 4 hits and back off. So right there, like she catches me on the back, on the deck's back, which is unfortunate. So I mean, the special hits pretty hard. I'm trying not to parry. You don't want to parry her anyways, of course. She's in pure light form, so I know that this special attack, the next special 1, is still going to be unblockable. And right there, this is what I should have been doing the whole time, is just blocking the entire special 1. Right there, again, she catches me on the dash back, so lose a lot of health there. Again, this is a pretty tricky assignment, but Scorpion's just too powerful, man. He's just so good. I think we striker intercept there, and then one more special 1, I think, finishes her off. So a very sloppy fight for me. Not really used to taking Photon on this node with Scorpion, so we'll do better next time, I think. We did go on to win this war. Shout out to all the guys over in For Loki, especially the ones that I was able to meet this past weekend in Vancouver. 3 kills, 0 deaths, so again, another light war for me, and a big thank you to Odysseus who was helping out with planning in this war while myself and some other folks were traveling. And our record has improved to 6-5, so I think this war put us into the bottom of the Masters bracket. And we're in War 12 right now as I'm recording this, needing a win there to probably solidify a Masters finish, which sounded improbable just like a week or a week and a half ago, but here we are. Yeah. So if you enjoy this, let me know by hitting that like button. And as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.